What's up, guys? Brian back to do a Wednesday morning talk this week because it's going to be a little crazy going into next weekend. And next week we're going on vacation, so might not be able to get any videos out over the weekend into next week at some point, but I'm going to try to get them out as soon as possible, guys. You know, love making videos for you guys. But today is Wednesday, August 17th. Let's start the question. Season 4, Episode 5, Who is watching the prison from afar at the end of the episode? Season 4, Episode 5, Who is watching the prison from afar at the end of the episode? Carol, Martinez, Morgan, and the governor. If you picked the governor, you were correct, out of Carol, Morgan, and Martinez. I wish it was Morgan, that would have been great, but it's the governor. He was watching in there too before he kidnapped Herschel and Michonne. The governor watches Carl and Rick tend to the prison garden. That was Season 4, Episode 5. So, there you go. Question. I thought it was pretty great, and he died. But what's going on, guys? So, like I said, today is Wednesday, August 17th. Month is flying by. One step closer to October 23rd. August 17th, in exactly a month, September 17th, it's going to be the Fan Fest Orlando at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. For the benefits, everything benefits the Strong Orlando Fund from the Pulse nightclub shooting. And we just watched a video, or a True Life on MTV, and it was about the survivors of the Pulse shooting who lost someone or helped someone or did whatever. And it's a shame. It's terrible that happened. And these people have to live with holes in their back and nerve damage and wounds, psychological post-traumatic stress and everything there too. And the people are like, oh, well, that's not so bad. Well, it is. So these people's lives, it's terrible. You know, I'm a physical therapist and I deal with all sorts of people. I deal with people who have torn ACLs and shoulder surgeries and back pain and the elderly and young people and old people and teenagers and whatever. We've seen it all. You know, I've been a therapist coming up on, well, now it would be 8 years. This month would be 8 years, the end of this month. And I definitely have seen so many things in my 8-year career, you know, going on many more years ahead of us. And these people need support. They're going to need, you know, therapy and physical therapy and, you know, mental therapy and just anything that people to talk to, because going through something traumatic like that too. Like, there was a girl sitting in the bathroom, or there's a bunch of people in the bathroom, and the gunman heard people moving in there, came in there and shot 3 times and theoretically killed 3 people for no reason. You know, imagine just being there in the bathroom, hiding, being scared to death, and it happened. And some of these survivors had that. So that event is a great thing for people. And it's a great thing if you can make it out there too. If you can't, then that's okay too. We're going to get a picture with Lauren Cohan, Maggie, and probably buy some other things and whatever. We got our passes. I know there's a Groupon for it. I know there was a BOGO event that just passed for it and everything. So, not trying to be a Debbie Downer, just trying to tell you what's going on. In exactly a month, FanFest Orlando should be awesome. A lot of good celebrities are going to be there. Hopefully more get added within a month, and that's kind of what happens at the conventions. When time gets closer, people know their schedule's a little bit easier too. And if you're coming from Georgia, it's only about 45 minutes to an hour flight from Orlando. So, shouldn't be too bad. So, you never know who's going to show up. So, check out FanFest Orlando for those two. So, other stuff going on. Spoiling Dead Fans just posted yesterday. If you don't want to know, spoilers, stop watching. Spoilers, potential spoilers, any information that you might not want to know. That yesterday they filmed at the studio. The Hilltop reported sightings were Rick, Michonne, Maggie, Sasha, Rosita, Jesus, and Daryl. Father G was spotted as well, as though he wasn't sure in actual filming. He was most likely at Alexandria Safe Zone holding it down. At this time, it's very possible that Daryl has escaped the sanctuary and ended up at the Hilltop. So that they're not sure about that too. Too early to say for sure, but we definitely keep tracking this. So again, it's early preliminary information about it. People ask us, well, how is it confirmed? How is this? What do you want me to show you the video of it happening? No, you don't have that. You have the information provided. You have the Hilltop. You have Jesus was spotted filming. You have the other stuff from the trailer and everything that shows Jesus going after Dwight. You see the different things moving forward that preliminary set it up for a potential storyline there too. Because eventually Daryl has to get out of being a prisoner by Negan, because you'll see that he is taken by that too. Because the early stories, predictions, theories, whatever you want to call it, is that Glenn and Abraham die and Daryl's taken prisoner in season 1, and then we see him in episode 1, season 7, and then episode 2, he's a prisoner at the sanctuary. So eventually he needs to get out for some way or the other. So I think that would be great if Jesus goes and helps him break out. They get on their bike and they ride back to the hilltop or whatever. They get out somehow. And then I would assume Negan and the group go after Daryl at the hilltop or wherever it may be at some time. They cause fighting, they cause problems, and the storyline evolves from there. But this is just the preliminary story of there too, which I think is great because we need Daryl back, we need his stuff back. And I don't know why some people don't like Daryl. Daryl's a great character. They might not think of believing to the hype and all the fangirls and all the stuff that like him, but I like Daryl. I like Norman Reedus. I met him a bunch of times. He's an awesome guy, awesome dude. He is basically Daryl. Norman Reedus is Daryl Dixon. So it's great to see the actors actually portray who they really are, and they're very likable and approachable. It's pretty cool. The big thing with the sneak peek is like they're making you think Daryl died. Well, Daryl is clearly safe. When they do something like that, that's obviously there too, they're playing with you, they're messing with you. He's alive, he's fine, he's safe. Nothing crazy there is going to happen. Daryl's not going to die for a very long time too. And again, my prediction for The Last Man Standing is that he's going to be one of the last men standing. Beth kind of predicted it in the storyline in season, I guess that was season 4. When they're talking on the porch and they're sitting there saying, "You're going to be the last man standing, Daryl. You are. You're going to miss me so bad when you're gone, when I'm gone, Daryl Dixon." So that kind of sets it up. Then most likely he'll be around for a long time, if not one of the very last survivors. So I don't see Daryl going anywhere too. He's a fan favorite. He loves them there too. So you can't get rid of the super fan favorites like there too. But even though they are getting rid of Glenn and Abraham. And for that storyline, I think it makes sense because of the comic, because of that too. They need to do those things. And basically, Abraham outlived his comic book death, but it's only going to be a couple episodes, which is terrible. But Glenn dies the way he kind of dies, supposedly. You know, these are, anything can happen in the premiere, but, you know, the theory and the predictions and the information and whatever is saying that. So I'm going to go with that. They're pretty going to be good. It's going to be confirmed, though. We haven't seen them filming. We just saw a Stephen Young picture that I posted in another video that he was filming the last things of Okja, whatever you ever pronounce it, in Vancouver. So he's not in Atlanta, he's not in Georgia, he's not filming any of those things. At some point you would have seen him filming another episode, and he hasn't been seen there since the first episode of filming, and back in May. Same thing with Abraham, you know, Michael Cutlass, so that sucks. But, you know, ultimately, we're not going to have anything but stuff from Spoiling Dead fans, other pictures of social media, other websites, other connections, other stories, other sources, but we're not going to have actual footage of it. We'll have images of people being seen there on social media, whatever. Like, there's a million pictures of Norman Reedus all over there too. I mean, I don't know what else people want. We try to give out the information possible. We can't win everybody over, but we do love our fans, supporters, everyone that likes The Walking Dead like us. But, you know, it is what it is. We give out the information, you do it when you want to believe us or not, that's okay. I mean, it's freedom of speech, freedom of ideas, thoughts, opinions, and The Walking Dead has tons of opinions, you know, so that's fine. But the other latest thing is AMC, you know. Ronnie Hayes at Naked Path Presents, if you haven't seen him out, he's pretty cool, he's pretty spot on, he does his good stuff, and he made the hashtag Fear the Fair Use. And what that's all about is that I don't do too many Fear the Walking Dead videos. I might do a little more, but they're really cracking down on things, and they actually did copyright claim some of my videos about them too. And to date, AMC has copyright claimed, I think, 14 videos, or 15. They did one, and then what they do is they go in, they copyright the claim, they get the money from the monetization of your video until it really stops making money, or they block it in certain countries, but they're getting the monetary rights to it. So whatever it's making money on YouTube, it goes to them. It doesn't go to the YouTuber. And then after a while, they cut the claim and they move on. And they do that through other channels, supposedly. I thought it was just my channel, but, you know, other channels, other YouTubers, it was happening to them too. So, and Ronnie Hayes was saying about that too. But Fear the Fair Use, it's in hashtags, it's in Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's on those places. And we're trying to build that up because we're trying to stand up for the Fair Use Acts. And for those people that abuse the system and they have video and they have these things and they're basically just stealing the product and portraying it on YouTube for people to watch for free, that's really not okay. But what we're doing is fair use with still images or, you know, commentary of things to criticize, to break it down, to educate, to inform, to news report or whatever is the definition of the Fair Use Act of 1976. And I fought 2 videos where I disputed 2 videos. One is getting a bunch of views and it's the trailer one where we break down the trailer, one of the first trailer breakdowns, and they copyrighted claimed that too. And so it's like, okay, well, do they have justification of things? Do they not? So I was like, well, I commentate throughout the entire video. It's still images. I break down things. I criticize some of the things, and basically it jumps out to me as fair use. It's not a video. It's not a breakdown of the actual trailer. I'm not talking about it, and people have that. So I don't know if they did that same thing too, if they claimed those videos of other people. I don't know what they do on other channels. I just know what they do on mine. And it's kind of crazy to think that they did copyright claim the trailer breakdown, the evidence that I talk about Abraham, another top 10 breakdown of the trailer, and I guess a couple other videos that were Fear the Walking Dead and other things that weren't too there too. But they did kind of copyright claim some of the trailer breakdowns where I talk about Abraham being the victim. It's kind of weird that they want to claim some of those things too. But they were getting some views, a decent amount of views. Nothing crazy, but a decent amount of views. You guys are awesome for watching. But it's kind of weird that they selected certain videos with certain subject matter, and I mean it has to do with some of the matter of how they're doing well in the views and categories there too. I guess they don't want to monetize or copyright claim a video that has like 6 views. Who cares? Why would they waste their time? But if a video has 200,000 views, they want to keep rolling that monetization coming to them. So it's kind of crappy. They're kind of doing that around there too, and I disputed it and I lost both of the videos, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just don't have monetization rights to those videos, which sucks because they're getting a lot of views, they're doing well, but people are getting drawn into our channel, so we're getting publicity, we're getting people in, and that's the bottom line right now too. We're trying to grow every day, keep the channel growing, and you guys are awesome. For the people that have been subscribers since day 1, day 2, when we had minimal people subscribing, and now we have over 4,200 and some, or 300 subscribers, so which is pretty awesome. So that's really what's going on. Fear the Fair Use is what we're trying to build up. I'll put the hashtag in the description. We're trying to tag it in a lot of videos and Instagram and try and get it to go viral with everything there too, because we're just trying to protect our rights as YouTubers to make our hard-earned there too. We don't have AMC and the networks and lawyers and everything to build it all up, and we just want to protect our rights as freedom of speech, freedom of criticism, and everything to become in a show that we kind of break down and have fun with everybody there too. Would also try to get a benefit from doing it. That's all. That's the bottom line. Is we want to do this for a long time. I know a lot of the YouTubers that want to do this full time, and myself included. So all I want to say is thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Check out all our videos. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Post your comments below. Fear the Fair Use. Tag it in a bunch of different things on Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you put stuff. Try to build it up and spread the word on Fear the Fair Use, guys. As always, thank you, and you guys are awesome.